God family. I am Source Energy, aka God King Malik. I'm just touching bases with you right quick on this live. I just wanted to, share something with you right fast. It came across my heart because of some experiences that I've had and what I, remember. Okay, so religions nor belief systems matter in the sense of, you know, love is the key. So this is why I say that. Okay, I've studied and believed a lot of things. Of course, most of us came up at some point in our life with somebody Christian in our family. Um, I was involved with the Nation of Islam. I was a Muslim al Islam. For a Sunni Muslim for literally like 20 something years. Really never missing Ramadan. Really being committed. I've studied Buddhism, I've studied Hinduism, I've studied, a lot of different scribes and scripts. I've read a lot of books that have got me to a different space. You know what I'm saying? And over the time, my beliefs have definitely changed. So as I believe certain things, I get more knowledge, and then I no longer believe that, and I'll think I believe something else, and then I realize I get more knowledge, and I realize that wasn't factual, and I get some facts that prove pretty much everything that I've learned and everything that I've been told and sold in all these different religions or so-called belief systems that all of them pretty much say the same thing. But what the common thing is this, like the common thing is the objective is love. Like, okay, so we're attempting to be Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, in the name of love. And they say, these different, you know, ideologies and different, people or however they worship, you know what I'm saying? They have different, deities that they submit to or they pray to or whatever, how, or, in whose ever name. After going through what I've gone through in my life, I realized there is nothing outside of me that that can save me or help me or assist me in anything, because the one thing that I have been looking for or thought I was supposed to find outside is me, inside of me. And that's what it is. Source energy, God King here on earth, a spirit being having a physical experience, just like all of us, you know what I mean? So we are definitely more powerful than we've given ourselves credit. We definitely, are, more, we're sentient beings. We can do everything we set our mind to. And I think that's what set me off, because early on, before I knew anything about God, or anything about that process, my mom told me I could do anything that I set my mind to. And the only God or goddess I knew was my mom and dad when I was younger, because that's who I was with for the first, 8 to 10 years of my life, before they separated. And, so God to me was always that. And then they kind of tried to filter this other stuff into me after I became a teenager when we moved to a different place. And it didn't really set in really well because I couldn't understand it. And when I found what marinated or felt right to me, I just went with that. And I, just doing the best that I can, being the best that I can for me. But after I've gone through all these situations, I've realized that, everything is about love. I've grown up to see that none of these so-called belief systems are true, really. You find so many false, proofs about them, proof or false by facts, that you can't believe anything that any of them say. So all parts of it become wrong to me. Like when I find out the beginning is a lie, and I don't believe none of the rest of it. So you can't convince me on a story after the story that I found out was the beginning story, and it's not facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's no compulsion to anybody else's belief system. It's just that my experiences have proven to me this, and I'm gonna give you a couple of them. Like early on, in the early 2000s, when I lived in Georgia, lived in Atlanta, Georgia, we had a property management company, and we had a pressure washing company, aside that. And I was, along with houses, I had contracts doing dealerships, going around, you know, taking care of vehicles at the dealership early, and as well as detailing vehicles on different days if I wasn't contracting, right? So I had this contract with this company, these brothers called Christian Auto Brokers, right? And I was a Muslim at the time, very sincere, Juma every Friday, like really 5 day, prayers a day, like really on my deen for real, like sincere about wanting to be a real decent human being, and the best influence that I can to my children, so it's like when I asked actually, I was at this job and I was cleaning some vehicles in the back, and this brother came, older brother, like, he had to be 20 years older than me. And he came back there, with the strut, and he had the swag in this, he was up there buying a car, and he was back there talking to me. We struck up a good conversation, and he told me he was a preacher, and but I didn't don't I just, as long as we got good conversation, I'm not even into that. I like positive conversations. This is an elder of mine, and I can learn from older people. I was always taught that. So I'm talking to the brother, like having a good conversation. We laughing. He stayed back there for 45 minutes with me talking, and he asked me, he said, "Hey, brother, you're a good Christian brother. What church you go to?" And I say, "Oh, no disrespect, I don't go to church." He's like, he looked some kind of way. I say, "I'm Muslim. I go to the mosque, over in Decatur. I'm a Muslim." He was like, "Muslim?" No, he said, "Muslim? What you mean you a Muslim?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Well, that's, no offense to you. I just, I've studied Christianity and it didn't fit for me. And I have a lot of Christian friends. But say, you ain't got no Christian friends. Christians don't hang with Muslims. Muslims is this and that." He was, he got very disrespectful as an elder to me. I'm not going to get disrespectful with him back. I just realized how ignorant he was. And then I'm not, from the South. I realized that, a lot of people have their way of being, especially in the South. They believe stronger that way. And I respect that, but I wasn't going to disrespect this man. But he was really hot with me because I was basically checking him respectfully, telling him, he should, if he wants to approach people and he wants to really get people to come to his church, he should really, be a little more respectful and a little more compassionate to other people's beliefs or how they see things, because you're going to drive them away. And he was like, because at first you was really, as long as I was showing you love and you didn't know, you just put me in a box. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think the objective is the objective. You didn't know. As long as you didn't know, you thought I was. If you didn't know, you still would think I was. And you wouldn't have no different impression of me. So I know love is what it is. And I was just showing the man mad love, respect. And that's what my mama taught me. That's what, I learned in life. If you could put love in front of the bullshit, you can kind of, weigh things out. Things seem to go a little better for you. So that's just an example right there. The man, based upon his belief system and me being a nice person and showing him love and respectfully, respecting him as an elder, and like really, it's like he automatically thought that I believed like him, because I guess he thought that he was that, or that's what the belief system says you're supposed to do. And that's love. But Islam is the same thing, if not more, in terms of peace. Yeah, it's got some pretty, direct things that the Holy Quran says about non-believers, but the Bible don't. It says pretty much the same thing. It's just if you sending somebody to hell, it's the same as somebody cutting your head off. So it's the same thing to me. So no disrespect with any of that, and I've learned to supersede that. I am all of that. I am all of the above of that. I am none of that at the same time. I have a clarity of what I am, so I don't. I possess the knowledge and the knowing of that. And that's where I am. I don't believe anything anymore. The other incident, okay, I'm going to give you this other incident right fast before I get to my knowing of things. All right, the other incident is this. 2 days ago, I'm at the gas station, filling up, putting gas in the van. Come out of the gas station, and this gentleman parked beside me, and he's in a not a Rolls Royce, but I just said it. That shit, I can't even think of the car, but it was really not a Bentley. He's in a sports car Bentley, the two-door Bentley, and it was two-tone. It was black at the bottom and it was burgundy on the top, and it was really nice. And I was looking at it and I was pumping gas, and I'm a car dude, so I complimented the man's car. I was like, "Yeah, oh man, that's a nice car, man." I said, "That paint is really, you picked a really nice color," because it was like a real smooth burgundy, and it was black on, but it was matte. It was like a semi satin. It wasn't quite matte. It was satin. So the car was dope, and he had some 24-inch looked like Forgiatos on it, but it was clean. And he said he had the rims wrapped. He had the brake caliber wrapped to match the hood and the top part of the car. I mean, he had it really dope. And he opened the door to show me that the car was actually gray originally, but he had done it. Told me he got the wrap, and we were out there holding a conversation. And I had on, my hoodie with the Unk on it, and I had that crystal right there, that big crystal on. And I might have had one other crystal, but I was talking to the brother. We just dialoguing about how you get into talking to cars. Sometimes it's just a common thing we get to talking, but I could tell he's from the Middle East. And he was like, "Bro, you know what? I don't really get to stop and talk to brothers these days, because we just seem like everybody's full of hate for each other. Nobody's talking to each other. Everybody's, got the mean mug on. And I was like, yeah, man, we got to show more love, man. I say love is the key. That's what I told him right then. I was like, yeah, I feel love is the key, because I have children, man, and they're growing up so fast. And I just want them to, I got to show love so they can show love and understand how that works. And I'm not talking about being no busters or no pushovers or no simps or shit like that, because I'm not on that part. I'm talking about the part of love thyself. This man realized, he said that, he said, what's your name? And I told him, I said, they call me King Malik. And he said, King Malik, you Muslim? I said, well, I've practiced and I'm a believer. I have a I said, I understand and I have a clarity of the of what did I say? I didn't say belief system, of the culture. I said of the culture. And he said, yeah, my name is Yusuf. And man, you're a good brother, man. I'm so grateful to talk to you. He said, I could tell you were a Muslim. You're a Muslim. And I was like, Muslim, yeah, I know Muslim means one who submits. So every one of us who is submitting even to thyself, it could be considered. So you don't have to label yourself that. But if you want to go by, definition, what they say, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that process. And I'm now in my space of love, peace. I am love. I'm gonna be love. I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna share love. I'm gonna give love. I'm gonna, influence love. I'm gonna support love. I'm gonna apply love. I'm gonna do everything. This is what me and my tribe are gonna do. This is what I'm going to influence them to do, because I see the key element to all the so-called beliefs or religions is love. So if you, exemplify love, if you just, just keep on putting out the love, then nobody will know the difference, and they won't be worried about that bullshit about, what are you? Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? See, we don't need to be, nobody cares, man. And then if you still focus on that, honestly speaking, no disrespect, you're probably not focused on the work, because it doesn't matter what you are if you're not doing what it says you're supposed to as who you are. Like, okay, so everybody's religion, everybody's belief system has responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I don't see too many people, holding, really, really solid to those responsibilities. I didn't even 100%, but I was doing my best. But I realized I don't owe no outside system no time or no energy when I know that I am. And now I know. And what I was saying about my knowing, okay, so therefore belief systems don't exist to me anymore, because I believe shit so sincerely that I drug my family through my shit. Like, this is what we got to do. This is what it is. This is what it says. And I woke up on my 40th birthday and I could not do it anymore. And since then, because I had been intending for the truth, I want to know exactly who I am, what I'm supposed to, because I'm feeling some kind of way about certain things that I do. And then I'm reading these different scriptures and these different surahs, and I don't necessarily agree with them. You know what I'm saying? And as a being of service, how in the hell can I not agree with something in service? So I'm having issues. So I realized that, I just woke up and realized that that's not what it is. I am the only God that I know now, because my mama, who was the God that introduced me to the world, the goddess that introduced me to the world, told me I could do everything or anything I set my mind to. And I've been able to do that. So as far as everything is concerned, I respect, I love, I have so much, honor and respect for the knowledge of the people who out here really, really got all of this knowledge, these Bible verses and all this Holy Quran and all these scriptures, all this knowledge, man. I got so much respect for that, but I'm in my knowing. I don't really need to do that anymore. I've studied so much, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but I do know everything for me, for my world. What I must do is my intuition. I am connected to my source in the sense of, now I understand my chart. I understand numerology. I understand astrology. I understand, cardiology. I understand so much that has something to do with my position as a being, as a spirit being on this planet. I'm on my Billy Carson. I'm really respectfully, summoning to be side by side with this brother, doing whatever I can to assist the movement with my family, aside me, as a tribe, being a representation of what this is. I got a shout out for a few people. Just Billy is like one of those that I have a lot of respect for. Black Magic, I have a lot of respect for. Dr. B, I have a hell of a lot of respect for, because I just feel the common vibe, with a lot of them. Brother Sanchez, I got a lot of respect for, bro. He's from Alabama, and my mom from Alabama, and I did I did, you know, I was on in the field in Alabama, and I got a lot of respect for Alabama, even though I hated it when I was there for a period of my time, but I respect it now more so because of the conscious knowledge that I've learned from just being across this planet. You know, so I really have my desire. I command, you know, for the love that I possess and all that I have co-created with my goddess, all through my tribe, my goddess, my young kings and young kings, that we will, you know, that we are the best example, one of the best examples, you know, of the universe's unlimited love, the universe's unlimited and eternal power through our, you know, through our actions, our statements, through our emotion, through whatever you see and whatever you feel. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really, I really am grateful for the opportunity to, you know, get on this platform. But I realize I don't get a lot of people that come and see what I do, but I got a lot of support within my own, you know, my own family, my own, the ones that I need to reach the most. I know that that's what I'm doing. And I'm, you know, I know it's intention. I know it's what it's supposed to do. So what is. And I'm grateful. Like I said, religions nor belief systems matter. Love is the key. So if you strong in your belief system, you're strong in your religion, just make sure your love is like illuminating over that. So we don't have any conflicts as we go forward, as we move forward, attempting to assist these youth that don't care about none of that. They don't care about your Christianity, they don't care about your Islam, they don't care about your none of that. What they want to see is they want to feel some love from us as elders, especially because we didn't do that. Like, you know, some of us were missed by our elders because of what we did. Like I was an aggressive one. I wasn't trying to hear shit they had to say, and it didn't make sense to me then, just like it don't make sense to me now. And I don't expect youngsters or youth for them to channel it now, and they got way more information than we had. You know what I mean? So now I get it. We are in a space where we need them. We need them. I'm not on that old getting, you know, expanding my age and all of that, and my knowledge of knowing and not including them. Matter of fact, I'm positioning mine to be able to be ahead of me so they can make sure I know what's necessary so I could not be blocked. And, you know, because I know that I'm here for something major. I always have been. It's just coming clear to me. And it has been, listen, it's been clear. It's just I have so many things. When I'm thinking I'm supposed to do something, this happens. Like I had my plan to be doing my coaching for like 7 years ago. My father ended up needing a place is needing me, and he had an addiction. He had to come and stay with me. I had to stop what I'm doing. The main priority was making sure my father got back right, and doing this and that. It's not an easy task learning how to deal with an elder with addiction, with an addiction, a long-time addiction. So, and then I'm bringing it into the family. So it's all energy thing. I had to learn how to, you know, really recreate and balance some things out. So in the perspective of things, it's just a lot going on with that. And then, you know, life went on, got him straight. And then we had to end up traveling to, you know, take care of my mom's property because of just time going by, me not being able to go there like I normally do because my father came. And throughout the process, I ended up having to go there. And then, you know, a lot of things happened during that process. And, you know, she ended up having to come back here, house split. A lot of things happened. Ended up having to come back here. Now both of them are with me, but in the same process, think my way of life. Now my consulting, I still have clients. I have a few that I constantly work with in the sense of always legitimate, you know, like loyal to, and I got basic contracts. I got a few clients that I'm pretty much blessed to have because that's what helps carry us. But at the same time, we offer a lot, and I'm not necessarily able to, you know, really get it like I'm supposed to based upon, you know, having to take care of the elders, the children, the finance, the everything, be the husband. And that process is a whole different thing. We're going to go on a whole different thing. Love and respect my goddess. But I want to tell you, gods and kings, that process is one of those that you really have to know your balance. You have to make your choice for real. If, you know, it's really, really, you know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You really got to go hard with that part. Like you really got to go hard with, you know, knowing that this person is who you're supposed to be with. And if, you know, I'm at the point right now, if I had not established my relationship with my goddess 20 plus years ago, ain't nowhere in hell I would be able to start now or even probably 10 years ago, based upon what I've seen and me being a coach, two brothers who married and stuff like that, and all the things that I've seen, and just holding it together myself. Shit, man. Look, it is a process. You dig what I'm saying? So in that, know who you love who you know. Like, make sure that that's what it is willfully before. Go through 4 seasons. Get that out the way before you even establish that. It's so many different things, but back to, don't know religion and no belief system matter, man. Only thing that matters is how you're showing and how you're preparing, how you're self-loving yourself and how that illuminates to others, and how, we do as a people towards other people, because all of us are sentient beings. And, we got a lot of reptilian, we got a lot of different energy fields out here. And because you don't know, you have to vibrate, you have to keep on keeping your shadow work up, you have to keep on doing, what you have to do to make sure everything is balanced. You know what I'm saying? So you can, move through this process. But, no long wind stuff. I just wanted to share, like, that's what it is. Love is the key. And did I get to my knowing? I want to say this, okay? I did say belief. I believed to a certain point. I no longer believe. Now I have my knowing. My knowing is that I am. And I know, based upon all of the experiences that I've had, all of them, the ones that I thought were the worst ended up being the best for me. You know what I'm saying? All of them have been experiences that have shown me, that that's what I know. I know that all is well. So in my knowing, and I, really, really invite you, and, basically, I don't know if it should be a challenge you to know. Yeah, it should be, because in the knowing, you know what you know. When you know, it's in your spirit, it's in the spirit that controls all of this. And in my knowing, I know that all is well. And when you know all is well, that's all you need to know. Nothing else. But I appreciate everybody, whoever listens to this. Please like and subscribe if you have, if it has any validity, or it helps you in any kind of way, or if it can help anyone that you could think of in terms of just the information, the basics. You know what I mean? Just share it with someone. And, if you have anything you want to ask me, because I do have a lot I want to share, man. I will, and I command that more energy flows my way, in the sense of me assisting with my help. I want to assist. I want to assist people who really need it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. And we all need assistance. So I'm not over here like I'm sitting on the pedestal of no assistance, because I'm on the OG sites all the time. I'm on the conscious sites I'm, like, really, really summoning, the ancestors through the Akashic records. I am constantly seeking, like, what it is to allow me to be a much better, being every second that I breathe. The more I expand, the better I want to be. And that's in the sense of showing love and being in the perspective of, like, really getting out the way. Because, people will try you. They'll just see if, I'm going to see if this nigga really, bought that love thing, and they'll hit you up with some bull crap on. You have to, like, it is. I'm not talking about being no simp. I'm not talking about that love, smack me and you can smack me again stuff. I ain't talking about, that's not love. That's ignorance. What I'm talking about is love yourself and treat yourself, and others, treat yourself, and really, really good. Start treating yourself. Tell yourself that you are, really a beautiful being. Because if you don't like the way you look, you don't know what your spirit looks like. One thing is for certain, we all have beautiful spirits, even when we go low with them, because you have the potential to bring it high. You know what I'm saying? You have the potential to, rise and be in a different perspective based upon your thought process. You know what I mean? Thought process, vibrational, realm of things. Like, this thing is energy based. If you live past, with all the information around, even children know there's all energy at this point. It's not a way around it. So let's go. Let's go. I appreciate, like I said, I am one of the universe's best examples of unlimited love and eternal power. I am Source Energy, aka God King Malik Sr. It's all love, everyone. It's all love and power. Hotep.